What's going on? It's the RapNerd, and I'm here today to talk about The Blackening. Now, this movie came out last month, but I did not get a chance to catch it in theaters because this is one that my wife definitely wanted to watch and didn't want to watch it without her, so I waited and waited, and things didn't quite work out with a babysitter, so I never got to the theater to see it. We never got to the theater to see it, I'll say that. But it finally hit VOD on Friday, and as soon as I saw that, I had to watch it because when I saw the trailer, it was a must-watch for me. Now, let me start by saying, while it was a must-watch, I wasn't sure what we were going to get. I was equally anxious because I didn't know if it was going to be good or if it was going to be a little bit too much to the point where it's a parody of black people. That's one thing that I did fear. And when I say parody, I'm talking about like Leprechaun in the Hood type parody, where it's laughing kind of at us and not like we're laughing together. So I was really fearful of that based off the trailer, but I'm happy to say that it's nowhere near that. It's nothing like that. It's more of a laugh amongst each other, and people who aren't aware of the culture and understand it still can come off funny, and it's insightful in all these different ways. So I definitely enjoyed it, had a good time. It was entertaining as hell, and what you see from the trailer is exactly what you get. Nothing more, nothing less. And again, for me, that was a plus because my mind was going different ways because I didn't really know what the intention was behind the writing, but it all works out. It's a lot of things within the the black culture that it definitely highlights, and there are a lot of funny moments in regards to that, and it never feels like being made fun of, and that's what I like most because sometimes the territory can get a little muddy with that. But literally, it's a story of a cabin in the woods. These friends get up with each other, and there is this Jim Crow-esque game like Monopoly that's asking questions, and it's almost, from what I remember, it's based off of a short film involving revoking your black card, pretty much. And the way they go about that part of it is pretty funny, and it's even like, again, if you're aware of these things, it just shows you how clever the writing is. Like, there's one question asking about it was like, what did Nas need besides one mic? And they all got to think about the lyrics from the song, and they going through it. So I really appreciated the deep dives that it took. I think the characterization is pretty done pretty well too. Nobody is far right or far left, excuse me, in regards to where it could go on the negative level. And again, I gotta stress that because I've seen films do this type of aspect and just totally just bomb with it and make it offensive, and I'm just happy that this movie is not. It's one of those things that I can continue to watch because there are some things in here that I didn't catch that I'm like, is that supposed to be a reference to that, and other things in different ways. So I found it to be funny, and it is hilarious to me. Like majority of the humor hits, and with this being like more of a horror than with this being more of a comedy, the jokes have to land. The things it said have to land, and they all did for the most part. And what I do also like is, I spoke about the characterization a second ago, but there's a lot of different type of characters here, and everybody here seems like somebody that you know, especially if you black. Like, every person here represents somebody in your friend circle or your family circle who you kind of kick it with like friends. And I enjoy just how everybody was kind of snapping on each other in different ways that you typically do with your friends. Just, I gotta say, like, the performances here are performances. It doesn't just feel like it's these people showing up and just doing it, because I watched a few interviews and seeing how seriously everybody took it. You can definitely tell that they wanted to make it feel very authentic in the friendship, and you always feel that from everybody here. And there's a moment when that you see in the trailer when it was like the person you deem the blackest dies. That was the one moment where I feared that they might have gone into colorism, and I'm just glad that they didn't. Like, every like bad way they could go, they didn't go there, and I like that they stuck to the writing was written in a way to make sure not to do that. Because that's issues within the community, and I'm just glad to skate right by that joint. And I also like the only letdown for me about this movie was the reveal of who the killer is. I thought it was very obvious who it was, and I was thinking, like, there's no way it could be this, but it definitely is. And I also wonder if the writer took a little inspiration from Slaughter High. It was just an 80s horror film. If you don't know it, if you've never seen that movie, then good. But if you have seen the movie, you might know what I'm going with when it comes to the reveal of the killer here. But it felt like the ending was based off of that, or really, mad movies have done what that film does. I'm not gonna say what it is, but it's just, I just expected it to be something different than just really in plain sight and me calling it how it was. But I also like how that moment of the reveal is foreshadowed in the beginning of the film, and it kind of solidifies why the person is doing what they're doing, because they had a chance to rewrite, the group had a chance to rewrite this thing but chose not to, so it led to all of this happening. But overall, it's a fun movie, man. This is definitely one that I will watch again. It's a campy horror film that also does delve into actual, you know, the genre of a horror film. Like, it's not like Scary Movie, which is another thing that I was wondering how it was going to be. Is it going to be just a parody of a horror film, or is it actually going to operate like a horror film? And to me, it operates more like a horror film than a parody, so I do definitely appreciate that. There are moments where jump scares happen, a few that caught me off guard. I was like, whoa, wasn't expecting it to go there or do this thing right here. So you tell that the creators did have a respect for the genre of horror, which makes the movie even better for me, you know. So I had a great time watching it. This is one that I will be copping on Blu-ray, and I'm telling you, the theatrical release, I didn't get to see it in theaters, so I wonder what it was like there, but I can say for sure that this is a movie that you want to watch with a group of people, because this is going to have everybody cracking up, like from start to finish. Get a group of friends that you're cool with, pour up some drinks, and I guarantee you will have a good ass time with this film, because I did last night. Me and my wife were cracking up. So if you have seen The Blackening, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Might be going into the favorites of the year. I think I'm going to put it there. I don't know if it'll be how high it will be, but it's definitely one that I will remember, and I've been thinking about since I saw it last night. So again, let me know what you think in the comments, and if you like this kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe, and if you already are, thank you, and until next time, peace. RapNerd Productions, no capping, that's word to mommy.